Hi everybody, this is Y with Shenanigans with the Burgs. I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're returning, thank you, and if you're new, welcome, welcome. Hi guys, Y here, Shenanigans with the Burgs, and welcome, welcome, welcome to my very first Christmas premiere. So I don't have a brand new Christmas kit to share, so I'm going to do something a little different. Actually, it is kind of Christmassy, but I have a brand new canvas from, or rather, I have an unopened canvas from Dreamer Designs, Paint with Passion, and it is me. My birthday happens to fall right before Christmas, so as a child, I just really hated my birthday because my parents used to tell me, there were four of us kids, and my parents used to tell me, go and pick a present from under the tree and you can open it on your birthday. And then my stepmother's birthday was 2 days after mine, so I always had to share a cake. So that's how childhood was. So let me just say though, for the last 25 years, my husband has made such a conscious effort to separate Christmas and my birthday that I appreciate him so much. He is just the best thing ever. Best thing that ever happened to me, that's for sure, was my husband. He is the most incredible person I know. Anyways, and he spoils me, spoils me, spoils me. So anyways, we're going to open this kit together. Let me get my trash can open here. Okay, we're going to open this kit together. It is a Dreamer Designs, and if you have ever seen my channel, you know that I love the presentation of a Dreamer Designs canvas. So here goes. Oh my goodness. All right, first of all, you get this amazing bag. It is a cloth bag. It is marked with their brand on it. And it is white and purple. The strings are purple. When you open it, you pull out this very soft flocked canvas that is tied with a purple bow. But before we untie the bow, I'm going to pull the toolkit out of the top. This is the softest cotton bag. I mean, it is just amazing. And then inside that bag, we have our toolkit. I love these bags. They're so good for other things. So this is an older kit. I think it's from last year. So we get a pair of tweezers that are marked with Dreamer Designs. We get some baggies. We get 2 pens, 2 squishies, 2 pots of wax. It is also marked with Dreamer Designs logo. And then you get this, a straightener, a 7, and a 4 placer. And then you get this tray. You pull this down, that's your spout. Come on now. All right, and you could actually do 2 colors in here at once by putting in this divider. How cool is that? It's not my favorite tray, and my favorite tray comes from Cat Proof with a pour over spout rather than a stick out spout. I love this. I also love that it's taller and I can shake a little better to get my diamonds to lay flat. But it's a personal preference. It's what I choose to use. So all of this will go back. I always save the tweezers. All of this will go back in the bag so we can look at this amazing canvas. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to do this one. So we're going to open it and then we're going to kit it up together. We're going to talk about some of my favorite Christmas traditions. All right, so it always comes tied with the purple bow. I just love the purple bow. So we're going to take the bow off. We're going to set it aside, and then I'm going to roll this canvas backwards for the purpose of showing it to you without it curling. So as I said, my birthday is 4 days before Christmas. So as a child, I felt really, really gypped. And when I saw this canvas from Dreamer Designs, I'm going to have to work on it sideways. Oh my goodness. It is an 80 by 60, meaning that it is in the landscape form and not portrait. It is The Birthday Snowman. Yes, by Tricia Matthews. It's an 80 by 60, which is 31.5 by 23.6 centimeters. It is going to have 63 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ABs. Yes, this one's going to be fun, fun, fun. The drills come in 2 packs. So this one is more colorful and this one is more neutral. Yeah. So there's a lot of blue in here. As you can see, there's a lot of blue. It also comes with instructions for how to diamond paint. Diamond painting is really easy. You just put the corresponding drill on the corresponding symbol based on your list here. So that is pretty much the gist of diamond painting. You don't need anything other than what came with your kit, but when I do things, I have to do all the things. So I have to buy all the stuff. I have to get all the pens and the trays but it's not necessary to diamond paint. Okay, so here she is. Here's the little girl. Here is the snowman. Let's see if I can pick that just a little. She has a birthday cupcake with a candle for the snowman. And down in the bottom is a little dog. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. And she has a present for him. Yeah, it is adorable. Look at the balloons. There are balloons up here. It's absolutely adorable. I love Dreamer Designs for a bunch of reasons. Which side do I want to start on? Because I have to turn it. I'm going to have to work on this sideways because my table isn't wide enough to work on it. Let's start with the little dog. That's how we're going to do this. Just for the purpose of laying it on my table. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. Okay. So there it is. There it is. Oh my goodness. I'm so, so excited. Next, I will go and get some storage and we will kit this up. Okay, so we're back and we have a 60 container storage unit. It does have 63 colors, so there will be 3 of them that will continue to stay in the bag. So let's start with one of 2. Ooh, sorry about the crinkling. Oh my goodness. All right. So get my trusty scissors out and we're just going to start with the first bag. And while we're doing this, we'll talk about some Christmas traditions. So my husband and I, we always put up our tree the first weekend in November. Why? I don't know. Actually, I do know. Because I love our tree. Absolutely love it. And I want to look at it as long as I can. So we try to put it up the first weekend in November. And we keep it up until the second weekend in January. And then it's so sad to take it down. But our downstairs is completely Disney. Everything down there, the tree, the decorations, everything is a reference to Disney in some way, shape, or form. My husband made garland to reflect the 4 parks at Walt Disney World. And our tree, the ornaments are either Disney or special Hallmark ornaments that were the kids when they were little. And oops, let me undo this. So I'm starting over with a fresh trash bucket. Yes. All right. So yeah, we love our decorations, and the day after Christmas, we always run to Lowe's or Home Depot and get something new for next year. This year, our something new came from Home Depot, and it is a 3-foot tall Benson, and Benson is our dog. Benson's the first puppy my husband and I have ever had. We've always rescued senior dogs, and Benson is a puppy. He's 2 now, but he is very much a puppy. And so we found a blow mold of Benson, plastic blow mold that lights up with a few Christmas lights. And that sits on our porch. So that was our new thing for this year. We didn't find anything last year after Christmas. Most of the Disney stuff sold at, at regular price or whatever. So we didn't get anything last year. So when I saw this blow up Benson, or this blow mold Benson, I was like, well, there it is. There is our new decoration for this year. So we were able to purchase it and use it, and it's so cute. And I still get spooked a little when I come around the corner from the driveway to the porch, because he's on the front porch. I get a little spooked still because I feel like there's somebody there and not a blow mold. So yeah. Benson, however, has gotten used to it. He didn't want anything to do with it when we first got it. Absolutely nothing. He's kind of special. I call him autistic. He is very, very different. He's very protective. He's very schedule oriented. If we miss one thing or do one thing different, he just doesn't know how to react. So yeah, I think if dogs could be on the spectrum, mine would be there. This is number 1. Look at that pretty purple for number 1. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so cool. I'm so excited for this. So this is, I did do a Christmas one for the Diamond Painting with Friends. And it was a Benson. Of course it was a Benson. It was also a Dreamer Designs. It was a doodle. And I did that one for a change of season. So, of course, my Christmas one for this year was done already when I decided to sign up for this Christmas premiere. And I'm so excited to be a part of it with everybody. Amazing. And so then I thought, what do I have that's Christmassy? Because I've got so many Christmas canvases completed. I really don't have room to decorate with anymore. And then I remembered this one. It's not really a Christmas, it's more of a winter. And it fits because of my birthday being so close to Christmas. My mom said that I came home, because back when I was born, you stayed in the hospital forever when you had a baby. And my mom said she told the doctor, you've got to let me go home for Christmas, because I had a brother that was 14 months older than me. And I guess they made a deal and he allowed her to go home. But I went home in a giant Christmas stocking which I had for years and years and years, until one year I let candy get stuck in the bottom of it, and Mom had to throw it away. And it was just so sad, because it was like, to me as a kid, it was like a life-size, ginormous stocking. It was just the biggest thing I'd ever seen. Of course, they didn't fill it full, but that was my stocking for a very long time in my childhood. So we have a blended family. I came from a blended family, and it was really hard, because in the middle of the day, you had to stop what you were doing and go to the other parent's house. So we are a blended family here, and we decided, and this was our tradition, we always celebrated Christmas the Saturday before Christmas. We just always, that's what we did. We celebrated. So if Christmas was on a Wednesday, that Saturday we were celebrating at our house. And if Christmas was on Saturday, the Saturday before was the day at our house. And we would make a big to-do about it. Like we would make all the food, and, it was just like Christmas Day. And all the family would come over, see the kids open their presents, and that's what we did. We made appetizers, and we had games, and we just had a blast. And now that the kids are all grown and gone, there's not going to be anybody here this year. It's kind of sad. Not a one of them is coming. And we have 3 kids. I have three older. They're all married, grown, gone. I have 1 grandchild who will be 2 in January, who lives in another state, so we don't get to see him, which is kind of sad, but, it's the reality of growing up and moving out, So yeah, we don't get to see the kids quite as much as we would like. They're in a neighboring state, but they are in another state. We used to all live in the same state, and we moved so that my mom was in poor health. So we moved here. My husband worked for the school system where we used to live, but he was a contractor. And when the housing market crashed, the school system didn't renew their contract. So he was without a job. And I found a job in the new state, which is Virginia. We live in Virginia. So I found a job here, and we moved here in 2010. And my husband has since found his career job, and my mom has since passed on. In fact, she passed 6 months after we moved here. So I was thankful that I got to spend those 6 months with her. But she is gone. And by then, Mike had already found this job. And we just decided to stay here because he has a fantastic job working for Dominion Energy. And he'll be there till retirement. He absolutely loves it. He adores the team that he works with. And yeah, it's really a good thing. So that's how we ended up here. My sister, and I have a half sister that lives here, and I have a half brother who used to live here. I believe they're in Florida now. And I have my only biological brother, full biological brother. He lives here. We don't see them as much as we probably should, and that's on me, I guess. you know, life happens and things that you should do don't always happen. And there's a lot of static in these. You know, we live about 40 minutes apart from each other, and you would think that we would see each other more often, but we don't. I did reach out this year for Thanksgiving to see what they were doing, but of course I waited till the last minute to invite them, so that didn't pan out, but that's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I had a friend here recently lose her brother, so it made me think, you know, what would happen if something happened to my brother and we were just too busy. You know, I just, so maybe it's, you know, time to make that conscious effort. All right, so 61, 62, and 63 are not going to fit in this, so we're going to put that over there. So back to Christmas traditions. So my family, I come from a blended family, as I said, and every Christmas Day at noon we went to our other family, or at least my stepbrother and sister did. My mom wasn't always available for me as a kid, and I lived with my dad, so it was really hard on us because, you know, we'd get toys and games and stuff and we'd want to play, but at noon they had to pack up and take off. So we always did a Christmas Eve thing. My dad and my uncle would do some kind of a food cook-off, and we'd all get together and go to church on Christmas Eve and come back, and while Santa had come while we were gone type of thing, you know, knowing that Christmas Day would be difficult. So we'd go after church, we'd go looking at all the Christmas lights that were up. Back in the 70s, there were lots of Christmas lights. And gosh, this might have even been the 60s for all I know. I'm old, people. I'm old. I'm old and I know it. But I have lived a full life. Let's just say that. Not always good, but it was full. And so we would do that, and then we'd come back and have Christmas, full on Christmas. And that was always something to look forward to. This is page 7. It is. This is a very pretty blue. Very pretty blue. So it's hard coming from a blended family because things are so very different. Just so very different. I don't even know how to explain it. This is 14. So yeah, it was different. And then being part of a blended family, you know, we just found a way to make it work. And that was to celebrate a week before Christmas with the kids, and then they could go home and they could take their games or whatever. And then later it got, you know, when it got to be less toys and more expensive gadgets, it got to where they weren't allowed to take them home, because I had this issue with sending them home and never seeing the things again. So we decided not to let that happen. And we started having them just leave them here. So when you come next weekend, you know, we were blended. We were the weekend parents. So the kids were only here on the weekends and on holidays. except Christmas, because we made that deal with their dad to have them the weekend before Christmas, regardless of whose weekend it was, type of thing. And that's just how it worked for us. It worked really well. So now, and when the kids were here, we would go out and drive around and look at the Christmas lights. And now that people are starting to decorate more, it's kind of fun. My husband and I like to run through the neighborhood and see the Christmas lights that way. Oh my gosh, the static, y'all. So we actually are runners. So we will run through the. So we have other traditions like Thanksgiving. We always run a turkey trot, and we have medal, and it's virtual, so it's not like a formal race. And but we always have a turkey trot medal, and that starts our season. And then we go and we run through Busch Gardens for the Christmas Town 8K. We do sometimes we do Disney races in November, and at Christmas we're going to visit my in-laws in North Carolina, and we're going to run the Frosty 10K. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I have bought a lot of like Christmassy type running clothes, but it's fun. Everybody dresses up different and does all these kinds of things, and give me a reason to dress up, and I am all about it. So I have bought fancy leggings and tutus and all the things. We have Mickey Mouse hats. They're winter hats with ears on them, and they light up. So we have those this year for Christmas Town or the Frosty 10K. So we're going to go probably celebrate Christmas with the in-laws early. Again, like I said, my kids, they're all in other states. I have 2 in North Carolina, and one is her husband is military, so they are at Fort Drum in New York. And so my children, let me get back to them. I have 4 sort of. I have 3 children that I birthed. I have my oldest is 44 this year. She turned 44 this year. And my youngest turned 28 this year. So there was, and then my middle child, 32. He'll be 33 in January. There was a big time gap between number 1 and number 2 because I was never going to do that again. Oh my goodness. And then I got pregnant, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. But they're all, like I said, they're adults now with their own families. My son is the only one, so I have 2 girls and a boy, and the middle child is a boy, and he is not married yet. And but he and his girlfriend, she came into the relationship with a little girl, and together they had a little boy, and that is my only grandchild at the moment. My oldest daughter is an ovarian cancer survivor at the age of 23, and she cannot have any children, which is kind of sad for her, but it's okay. We're happy she's still here, because the outcome of that could have been a whole lot different. All right, let's start with 32. All right, 32. There are 2 bags. One of them goes back in the stash. One of them will go in the vial. All right. It won't all fit in here. Oh, the static is real, people. That's the one thing I don't like about drills. Static. It's so annoying. All right, 31. We're going down in numbers here, down. I wonder how long this will take me and whether or not I'll be able to start diamond painting on this premiere. But if you would want to see how this canvas is going, you can always subscribe to my channel, Shenanigans with the Burgs. We do a whole lot of stuff. We are not just, I'm not just a diamond painter. We cook, we run, we travel, we Disney. Oh my goodness, we are Disney freaks. We Disney, we do all kinds of stuff. So that's why the title is not a diamond painting title. It is just a come along on adventure with us type of channel. So we do vlog a lot of our running, our races. We have been training for weeks now to run the Dopey Challenge at Disney and in the first week in January, and that entails running 48.6 miles over 4 days. So on Thursday we run a 5K. On Friday we run a 10K. On Saturday we run a half marathon, and on Sunday we run a full marathon. This will be my first marathon attempt. I'm going to say attempt because that's what I'm doing. That the goal is to finish and not die. Disney has a very strict 16-minute mile minimum. So we are training to be at under 16-minute miles. Right now we're in the 13 and 14 minutes to complete a mile. So I think we'll be okay. This weekend, starting today, it's 4 miles we have to run today, 10 miles tomorrow, and 23 miles on Sunday. That's training. So this is, we're 4 weeks away from 4 or 5 weeks away from the actual race. So this is gearing you up for endurance to be able to do all those races in those days. So when I say that we are runners, I don't mean that we run constantly. We actually follow the Jeff Galloway plan, and that is the run, walk, run method. And we're old, so this is to help you keep your pace and also help you do your running injury-free. So you decide how fast you want to finish each race, and there's a pace that will match it. So we started out doing 30 seconds of running, 30 seconds of walking. Now I don't do actual official timed intervals. I just run when I feel like it, and I walk when I feel like it. But I don't run constantly through any of my races. But I've gotten so I run for more than 30 minutes or 30 seconds though. So, and I don't know if any of you that are watching this know my story. In 22, I hurt my back, and I was in a car accident and I broke my back. And so at the time I was quite heavy, plus size, and the surgeon said, yeah, we can fix this, but we can't do it right now. You're too fat. And he said it just like that. I mean, it was very hurtful, but, he was just being honest with us and explaining that you need to do something about this before we can fix you. So he also said that there was a chance that if I lost a significant amount of weight, that I might not need the surgery. That, you know, your the human body is amazing, and it is designed to heal itself in most cases. So he said there's a chance if you lose this weight. Uh-oh. I already have that. Oh, darn. I didn't need to open this one. This is an extra. So let me get a clip. I have a container full of clips over here. And we're going to clip this one. See? Dollar Tree for the win. Dollar Tree for the win. 33 is what I needed. So he said, you know, I could fix you, but I can't right now because you're too fat. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do? I can't exercise. I said, I can't even do laundry. I can't bend to do laundry. And he's like, I don't want you to do those things. And I said, then what am I supposed to do? And he told me to talk to my primary care and find a bariatric surgeon. And I was like, oh my God, really? You're telling me that my only option is weight loss surgery? And I struggled with that, like really struggled with it. And then we went and had a consult with a weight loss surgeon, and she was very compassionate and understood my concerns. And I had to go through the whole, so we decided to go ahead and do the weight loss surgery. So in order for my insurance to cover it, you have to do this whole weight loss program. And I started in March, and I had surgery in December. That's how long it took. So I had surgery on the 12th of December, 2023. And as of today, I have lost 152 pounds, and my back has healed itself. I've been running without pain. Yeah, it's been like short of a miracle. I mean, it is just amazing how well I'm doing. But here, to put into context what weight loss surgery did for me, besides losing weight, is the last time I ran a race at Disney, my time, I started way up in the front. So I had probably a 2-hour buffer. So my time was 17 minutes, 38 seconds per mile. And now I am in the 13s. So, I mean, just losing the weight made it easier to run. I didn't know how to run in this body because I was always a plus size runner, and I always just struggled. While I was a plus size runner, I had exercise induced asthma, and I had to use an inhaler before I would run. And now I don't use that inhaler anymore. I still carry it with me in my, we call it the running go bag. It's a duffel bag that we take with us to races that has, you know, all the things in it, blister care and, you know, body wipes and, you know, all of the things that you might need, extra bandages and towels and just all the things, hats and gloves and reflective gear and just all the things. Because like I said, with diamond painting, I have to have all the things. So it's the same with running. I have to have all the things. So we keep those. Oh, and cowbells are in there as well. So that way, when one of us finishes a race before the other one, you can be at the finish line with cowbell. And then, but to cut my pace time down, so we went to do my bucket list race in Michigan in October and finished my half marathon 48 minutes. I shaved off 48 minutes off my time from the one I did at Disney. It was just amazing. I was like, I told my husband, I said, I'm going to cry. And he's like, it's all right. You deserve it. I was so very excited. And Em and I crossed the finish line at the same time. So we only had to buy one set of pictures. It was just simply amazing. It was the best experience ever. Ever. I would do it again in a heartbeat. So the race in Michigan started in Detroit, took you over the Ambassador Bridge into Canada. You ran along the river in Canada and came back to Detroit through the tunnel. It was just an amazing, amazing experience. So if you're a runner and you're listening to this, I highly recommend the Detroit International Marathon or half marathon. We did the half, and I shaved 48 minutes. Like that was a big deal. $48, and I went from an extra large shirt to, an XXL shirt to a small. After I got it back to the hotel room, I could have gone with an extra small. I did the same thing here. We run the Richmond marathon weekend. We just ran the 8K, and I actually fell on this race and tore myself up pretty good. But that video is on my channel as well. I did the same thing. I traded my shirt for a small, and I really needed an extra small. So lesson learned. But you just never know. When we were at the Detroit Marathon, I got my finisher jacket, and I had to get a medium because it was a Burgs, and Burgs runs small. Burgs is a brand of running gear, shoes mostly, but the finisher jackets were Burgs. So I got a medium, maybe. Yeah, I think I got a medium, and it fits perfect. So you just never know. You just never know. So the races at Disney in January, I'm going to have to trade all my shirts in because I put in large because, I didn't know what size I was going to be. And I actually need extra small. So I'm going to have to stand in the long line and exchange each shirt. So it's 6 shirts I have to exchange. It's all right. It's all good. The reason for having to exchange them is amazing because, I'm much smaller. So Thanksgiving was different this year. So last year, Thanksgiving was my last big meal before I had to start all the diets for surgery. So last year, I got to have all the things. And there's not a whole lot of stuff that I'm able to tolerate real well. Still, almost a year out. So and I eat with toddler forks, and they're just small, like little dessert forks, and small spoons, and because I can't eat much, because my stomach is just the size of an egg. And so I knew that Thanksgiving was going to be difficult this year. Although my family didn't come, we did have company. Our friends came, and they brought their daughter and granddaughter, and it was so much fun. We really enjoyed it. There was so much food, and I did not overeat. So I'm really proud of myself for that. But it was different because, how Thanksgiving is. You want all the stuff, right? Well, I cooked it all day. So, I was cooking something all day. And to not be able to really enjoy more than a bite of anything was a little different. But I'm getting used to it. I am getting used to it. Oh, we're almost done with this, guys. So I hope that you all had an amazing holiday season. I hope that you got to do all of the things that you wanted to do and see all of the people that you wanted to see. I know for some of us, that's not possible when you're separated by miles and miles. But I hope if you were able. I was going to go and visit my daughter in New York at some point, and her husband is deployed at the moment. So she ended up coming south, and she has been staying with her sister. Oh, and I did tell you I had 3 kids, 4 technically. In the 90s, we were foster parents, and we adopted one of the children that came into our home. It took 6 years for the adoption to go through, and it went through like 2 weeks before his 18th birthday. And we don't see him at all anymore. He is gone. He left, went back to his family, and we don't hear from him at all. So I have 3 children, sort of. I mean, I have 4 children, sort of. One of them is, I have no idea where he is. And I haven't seen him since, like, I don't know, 90 something. Oops, 50. Oh, I didn't need to open that one either. Really, really, really. Let's put these together. At least they're blue ones, and I know I'm going to use a lot of them. So, all right, I didn't need that one. But I do need 51. So, I hope that he's doing well, but we haven't seen him since the, I don't know, 98. Yeah, it's been a long time. I know that he's here in Virginia somewhere, but I don't know where. All right, 52. We just have a couple more to do, guys. Just a couple more to do, and then I can start working on this canvas. Yes. So, yep, our house is all decorated. I will add a little video to the end of this, so you can see all the pretty decorations. We're pretty proud of them. My husband made the garland himself, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then we have something that my kids call creepy, and that is, we have these Mickey and Minnies, these little 2-foot tall Mickey and Minnies. They're called greeters, and we have been collecting them for years, and they're getting harder and harder to find because they just, I guess they aren't making them anymore. I don't know. And we have more of them for Christmas than we do for any other time in the year. And so we change them out regularly for the holiday, which holiday, but at Christmas we put them all out. And we put them on the fireplace, and we have like some boxes so they look like they're singing in a choir or something, so that they're not all the same height. And so they're like graduated, but my kids think they're creepy because we have more than will fit on the fireplace. So they're all over the room, and my kids call them creepy. I don't think they're creepy. I love my Mickey and Minnie. I am quite the Disney freak, and not ashamed of it. Not ashamed of it. A funny story. I'm a Disney freak. My husband's a Disney freak. It's our favorite place on the planet, Disney World in Florida. But we never took the kids. Disney is for adults too. All right, so let me get this all set up, and then we'll start this canvas. Okay, friends, I'm back. I have put some release papers down. These are from lowenasdesigns.com. They are my favorite release papers at the moment. I also like crafts with Crashly. She has some really good release papers. I like not being able to see the canvas when I'm diamond painting. Yes, I can see it down here. I only ever do 2 rows at a time. I did run out of these. You can reuse the release papers, but after you use them, enough times, they don't, they get frayed and whatnot. All right, we're going to start over here on this left. Ooh, I got to move all these. On this left corner, and I zigzag. So that's how I do it. Everybody else may have a different way of doing it, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you. I have to put these in number order: 57, 58, 51, 42, 51, 46, 45, 1, 7. All right. These are now in number order. I do want to clip them because I don't want them to fall and go all over the place. So we're going to do it in 2 clips. So these are the opened ones that had too much to fit in the vials. So I just clip them together like this and set them aside. And then when the vials have more room in them, then I can just add them that way. So we're going to start over here, and we're going to start with the blue plus sign. So I have to find the plus sign is over here, and it is 57. So then I'll just pour some of these. I love this color blue. Look at that. Look at how well. So this is my dream cat proof tray. Look, most of them are laying. You just tap it a little. Look at that. Yes, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's put a couple of drills down and see how it looks. Okay, the drill field on the Dreamer Designs canvases are absolutely wonderful. The other thing is the cover for this is very thick. It is thicker than any of the other premiums that I have done. They are very thick. Again, it's only one-sided. So if you pull it off and you want to put it back on, make sure you put it on exactly the same way you took it off, because it is one-sided and boy, does it stick. So yeah, I hope again that you all have the most wonderful holiday, and that that Santa brought you everything you wanted. Oh, speaking of Santa, how many of you took advantage of the Black Friday sales? Diamond Art Club, or anybody else for that matter. When I fell at the race, I told you I fell the race in November, and I tore myself up pretty bad. But my face hit the ground, my wrist hit the ground. I shattered the face of my watch. It still works, but it is in bad shape. So hubby and I decided this year we're not doing Christmas. Well, we are. I mean, we're doing Christmas, but we just bought a new car and a new bed, and we spent $45,000 in the last, couple of months, and then we're going to Disney on the first week in January. So we decided that we were not going to buy gifts for each other this year. That, a bunch of gifts, that we decided we'd do one big gift and then we'd fill each other's stockings. Great compromise. Well, when I fell and broke my watch, I was like, crap. Now I need a new watch. So we decided for Christmas, we are just going to each upgrade to the newest Samsung watch. It is the Samsung Watch 7, and they went on sale on Amazon this week. And so I purchased them. They'll be here on the 2nd. And I told my husband we're not allowed to open them though. They have to go under the tree. So that is that. I did also buy my husband some accessories for his. Like he got the silver watch, but he of course doesn't like the watch band. So I purchased him the watch band that he had in his wish list, and so he has a new watch band coming, and some other little things off his wish list that I think will all fit in his stocking, because that was the deal. No presents, just stocking stuffers. So I got him a few things that'll go in his stocking. But Disney is so very expensive that I'd rather have a good time at Disney than to spend a lot of money at Christmas, because we bought all the things that we wanted or needed before the holidays. So I did not take advantage of any Black Friday anything. I didn't purchase anything on Black Friday. I bought some early Black Friday deals before Black Friday, but yeah. So tell me in the comments, what is the one thing that you wished for before Christmas? Because you'll be seeing this video probably after Christmas. But what was the one thing that you wanted? And what is something you absolutely do not want for a Christmas gift? So we need a new sealer, food sealer. And that is the one thing I didn't want. I do not want it for Christmas. That's a household thing, not a present thing. I don't want a vacuum. I know Kathy from Kitty Crafts, she said it well the other night in our Zoom when she said, I don't want anything that plugs in. I don't want a blow dryer. I don't want anything that plugs in. I'm like, that is a pretty good rule. Now I know my watch plugs in, but you don't have to plug it in to use it. So I guess that is an exception to that rule. I don't know. So these two, this one and this one, are blow molds. So here is Mickey Minnie couple number 1. Then we come over to the fireplace and we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have our stockings, the mantelpieces, couple 12, and 13. We also have our Thanksgiving ones still out. They're going to go away today. So we have 1, 2, 3 Thanksgiving ones. Anyways, I am going to take this time to wish you all, you and your family, happy holidays, happy new year. And again, I hope everybody has a healthy and prosperous 2025. And I will see you in the new year. Have a fab day.